Warm welcome, Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch at the 19th of September 2024. The moon is in the sign of Aries and the sun is in the sign of Virgo. In personal charts, the moon in Aries and the sun in Virgo at the same time provides the chart owner with a moon that is not so much fighting to the outside, but finds arguments why the Virgo sun needs to have a special order of things, actually a special order of thoughts. This is the situation. But we are full in the influence of some mighty oppositions. The most important opposition for me is the opposition in between Mercury and Saturn. It's not very exact anymore. There's 1 or 2 degrees in between that, but it's an opposition. How to deal with that? Mercury in the sign of Virgo provides you with a possibility of getting things straight into a handleable form, But when Mercury is opposed to Saturn retrograde in Pisces, this form is dissolving at the same time. So it will be very difficult to get something straight into the form that it is usable for man's use in general. This is the thing. So it's just going to be difficult to have a clear shape, and this is the language that has been spoken throughout the whole chart, Remember when we had the predictive chart of the new moon in the sign of Virgo, this predictive chart had a square position of Mars to Neptune, and any kind of language that is spoken from the stars beyond this prediction fills in this picture. This is the square position in between Mars and Neptune is the overall prediction for the next 3 months until the next new moon that will lead to other conclusions. But that's the main thing. It's very difficult to focus something, to get it straight into the direction where it should go. This is for the good and for the bad at the same time. We need to develop strategies for that. Now I want to point on something very astrological, maximum significant, but cruel at the same time. And I feel sorry for talking about it, but we have to, if we want to be serious astrologers. Now, the opposition in between Chiron and Venus is just over for 2-3 days. They were in a perfect opposition. And now what we are having is those exploding Pegas, they call them. Those are those little cell phone devices that you could get a message from to, if you're working in a clinic and things like that. And it is known that it is widely used by some folks in the Lebanon who tend to be organizing for or against something, blah, blah, blah. But what I want to point out is that these Pegas are communication. This is Libra, Libra, Libra. Now what you have is the Lilith in the sign of Libra. Lots of the feminists folks love Lilith, but I keep shouting out that Lilith is not really adorable. Lilith is cruel. It chops away fingers and it takes the eyesight and things like that. Now Lilith, she was in opposition to Chiron in the sign of Aries. Now Chiron is maximum hurting. He can be if he's not at the healing side, and he's definitely not as we look at the happenings over at the other side of the Mediterranean Sea. So this is Lilith. It's been carried out in cold blood. They had a strategy. They had it on the schedule for months, and now they're carrying it out using a tool of communication, Libra, to effect to get a maximum hurting effect on a lot of people in the Lebanon. So this is not a show about right or wrong, and this is not a show about taking sides anyhow, but I'm just thinking about, imagine the mind and the cruelty and the intensity of people working on something like that, organizing it, installing it, and how much hate is being spreaded now from this side, then again from the other side. And where is that going to lead to? It all inscripts the aim of opening up big military conflicts. And I'm suspicious that I have the suspicion, better to put it that way, that they are trying to skip the elections in the US, to get a big conflict before the elections. This seems to be part of the show. But just because this little show is also for astrological scholars, and we must see the reality of the world to understand the reality of the aspects. If you have Lilith Chiron in opposite and something happening like this occurs, those pagars, thousands of them exploding, this is the world picture for it. And after that, we have a different view on Lilith, and we have a different view on Chiron, which is realistic. There's no good astrology without realism. Take this for today. Thank you for listening to this crazy German astrologer. My name is Markus Termin. I will give readings, chart readings, and you can just choose this mail address up here to get in contact with me. Time, place, and date where you were born will be sufficient, and you'll get a chart back for free. Down here at my German blog site, you'll get the information how much it will cost. Thank you very much for listening. The 19th of September 2024.